I genuinely cannot believe this statistic that you're seeing right here. What? The Kansas City Chiefs have just defeated the Houston Texans 23 to 15. The last play of the game was a CJ Stroud kneel down, which was weird. I know they can't score 9 points on a single play or a touchdown and 2 point conversion, but go out there and try to score on those 8 seconds in the playoffs. I understand the injury risk and all that, but that just looked bad. CJ Stroud actually hobbled off the field at the end of the previous drive after a sack. Looked like he got injured there, some sort of leg or knee. There was some unfortunate nonsense in this game. Um, Fairbairn missed two kicks, had one that just went wide for no reason, and another one blocked by the Chiefs. And so everybody's going to say, "Oh, the Chiefs got out, or the Texans got outplayed by the Chiefs," but I don't think so. I genuinely don't think that's the case. From the eye test, it looked like the Texans played better than the Chiefs. I'm pulling up the stats now. I'm sorry, it was 23 to 14, not 15. I'm pulling up the stats now. Stats. So Stroud was 19 to 28 for 245. Joe Mixon had 88 yards on the ground. Nico Collins 5 for 81. They just didn't have any touchdowns. Stroud lost a fumble. Yeah, they had a couple of field goals, missed field goal. Where's the touch? Joe Mixon scored a touchdown in the third, which was great. There was a couple of chances that the Texans had to win this game. Mahomes was 16 to 25 for 177 and one touchdown. Kareem Hunt had 44 yards. Kelsey had 117 yards, um, ninth or tenth playoff game for him with the 100-yard mark of receiving, which is really cool. He also scored that touchdown from Mahomes, which broke Jerry Rice's record for most playoff receptions with 18, which is really cool that happened. But there were some other things that I'm going to talk about real quick. I'm going to show you a clip of something right here, and I want you to tell me if you think it should be a penalty.
That's the second penalty now that's been called against the Texans.
As you can kind of see there, Patrick Mahomes slid late, and then two Texans defenders kind of smashed into each other, and then sort of incidentally hit Mahomes, and the refs gave that a 15-yard unnecessary roughness penalty. I don't understand why that happened, but it did, and it makes no sense to me, other than if they wanted to rig the game. So that's my thinking, is that they wanted to rig the game.
I mean, this is a huge penalty. Yeah, I agree with you.
And now you see what looked like potentially a helmet to helmet, potentially, but it didn't really look like it was egregious or forcible contact. And they called that a 15-yard roughing the passer. And they actually brought in the rules analyst for this one. And the rules analyst basically said, listen, the NFL does have the authority to pick up a flag or drop well, they don't have the authority to drop a flag on review, but they do have the authority to pick up a flag, and that they probably should have, but couldn't because there was incidental contact. So in no case can they do that. Now, my opinion here is that was an attempt at rigging the game. But my other opinion here is that if there's a roughing the passer call that involves a hit to the head neck area, that player needs to be evaluated for a concussion. And I don't say this just about Mahomes. I say that about every player. We care about player safety. So that happened. Actually bring them out to the head and neck specialist. Do that. As you can kind of see there, Patrick Mahomes slid late, and then two Texans defenders kind of smashed into each other, and then sort of incidentally hit Mahomes, and the refs gave that a 15-yard unnecessary roughness penalty. I don't understand why that happened, but it did, and it makes no sense to me, other than if they wanted to rig the game. So that's my thinking, is that they wanted to rig the